the hell you doing? We're back in the basement doing some videos. Hope you're going to enjoy those. Hope you're viewing some of the last ones. We have a trend of that we're getting a lot more viewership with classic flies. So this segment of videos that we're doing, these last ones, are more classics. So hoping we can increase our viewership that way. But I encourage you to look at all of those videos on there. You're going to like some of them flies, and I think literally that we want to get you hooked on all of these videos. So appreciate you hitting that subscribe button. The fly we're going to do today is just a classic woolly bugger. Now there are different ways to tie woolly buggers. This is the classic way that the bugger was originally tied. So with that, let's get started. We'll look at the material list for today. So we've got, in this case, and you could tie, one of the beauties of woolly buggers is that you can tie them in black, brown, tan, yellow, olive, green, a lot of different color combinations. You could mix olive and black together. You could do olive, even white marabous. I tied with woolly buggers I've seen do really, really well. So, you can use your imagination there. So let's look at this. In this case, we're going to go with olive. So this is olive marabou. The flash in the marabou, it's called peacock. The appropriate colored chenille, olive. The hook size we're doing today is a size 4, 3x long with 30 thousandths lead. And the hackle is just olive saddle. Thread, 6/0 black. So with that, let's get this thing going. And again, another one of the beauties of this fly is its complete versatility. It could imitate minnows. It could imitate a crawdad. It can imitate leeches. So you can see why it has such a great effectiveness. Just covers so many different things. So that's a good thing. Okay, so let's set that in there. So you notice that lead, I have pretty much most of the hook shank covered. I'm leaving myself some room up here at the front and some at the back, as you'll see why in just a second. So to begin with, I'm going to put a dam of thread in front of that lead so it doesn't slide forward. You could use a bead here too. You can use beads as well. So when you wrap that lead on there, though, make sure that you really wrap it tight. Okay, good, just like that. Let's get rid of that tag. Okay, now, so we're going to take this marabou. We don't need that much. Less is better than more. It's interesting. When I used to tie these commercially for many, many years ago for streamside anglers, they always wanted 2 feathers, but that's not what I think today. I think actually I prefer a thinner profile rather than that heavy, thick profile. And again, if you get them really long, you get what's called short strikes. You'll get takes, but you're not hooking the fish. So I don't go with a real long. I'd say I'm going 2/3 of the hook shank. So that's the length that I want right there. So I'm just going to grab it with those fingers. So the end of my fingers then is my guide to where I want it. So I'm just going to cut it about that big. I'm just going to set that in that gap between the lead and where the bend of the hook begins. I'm going to tie that in real tight, just like that. Good. Okay, now I'm going to add a little flash. Some people tie this on the side. The original pattern had it up on top, not real heavy. You don't need a lot of flash. I don't know, 5 or 6, something like that. It's no big deal. Okay. So again, I'm putting that exactly in that gap as well, so we get some uniformity. I'm going to brack that right to the start of the marabou, just like that. So I'm just going to pull that out to the approximate length of the marabou. Cut it off just like that. Flare it out a little bit. Good, just like that. All right. So we're going to take, this is medium chenille. So I'm just going to peel off a little bit. See how this puts that tag there? And I'm going to set that tag right in that gap as well. Okay. So if you look at that feather, that's the dull side, and that's the shiny side. So I want those feathers as I palmer them through the fly. So I'm going to tie that. Dry fly style would be dull side up. Wet fly is bright side down. Okay. So I'm also going to set that in there. And you could flip-flop this. You could have put the marabou after this. Doesn't really matter. So now I'm going to bring that all the way to the forward. Okay, I'm going to pick that up. Okay. So now I'm just going to wrap that marabou, touching wraps, or excuse me, chenille. We'll get it right. Touching wraps, tight. Tight. I'm putting a lot of force on that. Good. Okay. As luck would have it, I had the perfect length. You don't want to cut those too short. Long is better than short when you're wrapping materials. Okay. Get rid of that tag. Okay. So now, I'm just going to wrap that in, like that. Parallel wraps. Nice triangular shaped head. Nice and tight there. Good. And there with that whip finisher. There's that head cement. And there you go. And there's the classic woolly bugger. It's a very nice, appealing fly. You can see why it works. Has tremendous versatility. I think the best way to fish this fly to begin with is to dead drift it, and then using varying retrieval techniques, kind of jerk it, swim it. A lot of things you can do with it. Has tremendous versatility. You're going to catch fish on this. Again, I probably tie these from about 12s to 4s. This would be on the big end. This would be more kind of a minnow leech kind of a thing. But like down in the 12s, and they can be super effective as well. But at any rate, I'd ask you to hit that subscribe button. I would ask you again, view some of those funny name flies that are in our video selection. And get out there, tie this fly, fish this thing, get out there and give them hell. Thanks for viewing.